Alright everyone, so as promised, we'll be working with Weebly today. Since we all have our laptops, I'd like everyone to follow along with me. First thing we want to do is go to Weebly.com and click on the login button on the upper right hand corner. And then type in our login information. Alright, we'll be taken to this site that says My Sites. We'll want to click on this orange button here that says Add Site. Click on Site for the focus of your site. And just to make things simple, choose a color of your choice and click Choose on the first template on the left. And then you'll be able to choose your website domain. Choose the top option, which will be to have a subdomain of Weebly.com. And just to make sure that we all have a name that is not taken, I would like everyone to write the following for their title. Have your initials, followed by the words My Site. I don't believe it's case sensitive. And then your initials again. That should be available. And you'll have this nice picture of a mountain, or a little rocky formation by a beach, excuse me. And we'll have this area down here that will say drag elements here. When they say elements, they mean these guys on the left-hand corner. The elements we'll be dealing with are text, image, or image and text, however you want to format it. Just to give you an example, let's say I wanted to have a question that was of easy difficulty and gave whoever was trying to answer it a picture that helped them solve it. I would have the image. I would add the image plus text element, and I would just click it and drag it over here. Or I could drag image and then text separately, but I think this makes it a little bit simpler. And let's say, for instance, a toy is sold at a toy store for $45. And let's say the manager is mean and decides to increase the price to $50. And the question would be, by what percent did the manager increase the price? Alright, and you may recognize that this is a percent change type of question, and there is a formula for that. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to find a picture of that formula on Google Images, if I can, and put it in here, so then whoever's trying to solve this on my site will be able to look at the image to help them out. So we'll go to Images, Google Images, and that's that's silly of me. We'll type in, let's say, percentage formula. Should be in there somewhere. Oh, looks like it's right here. I have to click on View All Images to get at it, though. Here we go. Click on View Image. And it's got this little URL thing here, which I'm going to need. So I'm going to copy that with Control-C. And where it says Upload Image over here back on my site, I'm going to click on it. Go to Image URL. And use Control-V to paste it. And click Insert. And there it is. I have a picture and I have a question. What you'll want to do whenever you have a new partner is that you'll want to go to your site, click on Pages, and I'll start by renaming this questions, namely my questions. And let's say I know my first partner is going to be Jeremy, so I'll write Jeremy as this page's name, since it'll be his questions I'm solving. And let's say I also have Lisa in my group. For the third one, you'll need to click on the Add Page button, a standard page. And I'll name this one Marcus. Okay. Go back to Build. And let's say, oh, one of my pages didn't show up. Let's see what happened. Add Page, standard page. Perhaps because I didn't name it properly. Okay. Hopefully that'll work this time. Go back to Build. And okay, now it showed up. Alright, so back to, so right now I don't seem to be on my questions right now. Click on my questions again. Okay, it's still here. And now I'll click on Jeremy and start solving his first problem. Now let's say his first problem is the one I just wrote down. To solve it and write his first solution here, I will click on the text element here and drag it over. And then I'll start typing in the solution. Say, let's see, by using the formula that was so graciously included, I'll have my original price minus the old price. I'll use the underline to create a little fraction here, and that'll be under 45. Oh, the underline didn't want to go away. You might have some issues with the with underlines and the other formatting, as well as formatting your numbers in a way that represents fractions. Unfortunately, the formatting options for Weebly are quite limited to these few options here. But as long as you write it in a way that you understand, it'll probably be in a way that I can understand, and I'm sure it'll be absolutely fine. So just to continue the problem here, I have 500 on the top and 45 on the bottom. Oh, I wanted to underline. Excuse me. Whoop. Tab's not going to work. I'll have to press space a bunch of times. Not easy stuff. And let's say I divided the top and the bottom by 5. Let's see what happens. I'll have 100 over... This underline is a risky thing. Or I should say over 9. And that, I would have to do that any further simplification in a calculator. It would be about 11.11%. And that would be all she wrote. I guess you would just write a 1 here just to show that it was the first problem, the first out of Jeremy's problems. And once you've done this for everyone, you'll probably want to click on Publish Again just to make sure it saves it all. Just click Continue. Don't worry about categorizing it. You can click whatever you'd like, I guess Education and School. And then that would be it. All anyone would have to do is copy this URL in order to get to your site. And while we're doing the activities, what I want you to do is first have your questions. Forget about these other pages. Have all 3 of your questions, and then click on Publish just to make sure it saves it all. And then once we go to the next activities, your partner will be able to work on it. Another recommendation would be to have the questions done first, and then worry about the images, just so we have all of the questions together before the class, before the activity should start. All right. Good luck.